Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Mckenna. Today's video is going to be a continuation of my last video, which is about the Once Upon a Time 2018 Vancouver convention. In my last video I talked about Friday day one, so if you want to watch that one I will link it up in the card. Today I'm going to be talking about Saturday, and I'm actually going to be splitting Saturday into two different videos because Saturday is such an eventful day at the creation conventions, especially if you're gold in Vancouver. It gets really hectic on Saturdays. In the morning you have set tours, and then you have a lot of autographs and photo ops on Saturday and a lot of panels to watch, and then there's the concert that goes really late at night. So that's why I'm splitting it up. Before I get started, I just wanted to say that I'm not trying to brag in any way. I'm incredibly thankful I got a chance to go to the convention this year and that I got to go as a gold member. Basically, in the Vancouver conventions, if you get gold seats, then you get to go on the Once Upon a Time studio set tours. Once Upon a Time films at Bridge Studios, which is a filming studio in Burnaby, BC, which is the Vancouver area, and they filmed there like the whole 7 seasons. We had to wake up pretty early in the morning, and then we drove there on Saturday. We were in group 2, so our bus boarded at 8:20, so we had to be there at around like 8-ish or just after 8 so that we had time to get in line and sign the waivers. We get there are 2 tour buses outside. One is like a big full-scale tour bus and the other one is like a small kind of like 20-seater shuttle bus. We go inside the hotel and we get in line, we talk to a couple other onesers that are in line, and then we sign the waiver, and then we board on the smaller shuttle bus since we were in like the last kind of like group of people. And then we left for Bridge Studios, which was about a 30 to 40 minute drive from the hotel. We got there a little bit after 9 and our tour didn't start until 9:30, so group 1 was still actually doing their tour, so we had to just wait in the bus for like 5 to 10 minutes. And then we got out, and we were actually supposed to be hosted by the executive producer, Steve Perlman, but he was busy doing something else, so instead we got another worker. I didn't catch her name, but I actually really liked her. She knew the stuff. She seemed really invested in the show, which is great for a tour of like a film studio because she told us a lot of like really cool facts. The set tours were honestly like so cool, especially for me because like film sets are something that I potentially want to work on when I'm older, so that was cool for me to kind of get like an inside view. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see any of the old sets such as Granny's Diner or the Pawn Shop or Snow's Apartment. All those sets had already been taken down, so I was really sad we didn't get to see those. I was kind of a little bit disappointed, but I mean, you know, you can't really blame them because they don't use those sets anymore, so why would they waste space? But we did get to see some of the new sets. We got to see Jacinda's apartment, and it was actually really cool. I got to go into like Lucy's room, and actually I sat down on the couch that, you know, Jacinda and Henry were on when like Lucy came and interrupted them when they were about to kiss. I actually don't think I was allowed to sit on the couch, but you know I did because rebel.
Beignets have been made here. Games night.
Then we got to go into Lucy's room, which was really cool. They had like drawings on the wall and stuff, and we were all like, oh, I wonder if these are actually Allison's. I mean, they're probably not, but it was still cool to like, you know, imagine if they were.
The closet is the closet. Oh my gosh. Artwork.
And you know the closet that like the piece of paper with like the page out of the storybook, that one that comes out of the closet in one of the previous episodes? The door was open, and it's actually like a door that just leads out of the set. It's kind of hard to explain unless you see it, but on the property there are like probably like 10 or more really big like box buildings, like really big. And each of them has like different sets inside. So we went into the first one, and that was the one that had 2 apartments and a mine set, which I'll talk about later. And the sets inside are just like they look like unfinished, like wooden tiny little houses, like you know those like tiny houses? They look like one of those, like wooden and unfinished. When you go inside of those little like wooden boxes, it actually looks like a real apartment building and like a real room. It's so awesome. They pay so much attention to detail, which I really love. So yeah, the closet actually isn't a closet, it's just closet doors, and when you open it, it leads out of the set. And what I love is that they're actually able to fit in all the equipment into like these tiny little like sets in these tiny little rooms. And on screen the rooms look like so big, but in actuality they're actually pretty small. Then we went on to Henry's apartment, so I got like a picture with like the 815 on the door, and they actually across from it had an 816 door, which was cool.
Sorry.
It was cool seeing Henry's apartment. He actually had some really cool trinkets like in his like bedroom and stuff, which is really weird but also cool. When we went out of that, we got to see the Evil Queen's mirror, which is actually really ugly, but really cool to see.
Oh, a tree.
And then we saw like the mine set.
Gorgeous.
And basically the host said that this set, like this rocky set, had been used all the way from like season 1 through season 7, and it had been used for all of like the dungeon sets, all of the mine sets. It's basically like styrofoam, but not like really styrofoam, like not like your traditional squishy styrofoam, but like kind of styrofoamy rocks. And then on the ground was covered in also like styrofoamy rocks with like little like plastic like gold coins, which was weird.
We'll walk out the other way.
And it comes apart and they can like rearrange it and stuff. And she said it had been used in season 3 as a cave in Neverland. It had been used in season 2 as the underground Storybrooke mines, like you know when Belle gets put into like the little like mine shaft cart. Yeah, like that episode. It has also been used as Rumple's dungeon. Well, Snow and Charming's dungeon where they kept Rumple in the cage. We got to go into like the green screen room, and we weren't allowed to go in there because they actually had some props in the green screen room. It was really creepy, like I can't tell you what I saw. We also got to go into another set room, which was really cool. It had the set that they used for Rapunzel / Gothel / Alice's tower, but they no longer use it as the tower inside. Inside they use it as a new building, which I again cannot share with you because it hasn't aired yet, but it was really creepy, and I'm just predicting it has something to do with Gothel, because it looks like it has Gothel written all over it. So yeah.
Oh yes, yes, okay, yes. The cage that was on the back of the wagon that they had Rumple's house in?
Yeah.
We got to go into another set, which I again can't share with you, but it has something to do with Facilier, and it was very shady, and I saw some interesting props in there, which I really want to share, but I can't. I don't like Facilier, he's really shady, shadier than Alice, but no, nobody's shady as Alice. Only Alice is shady. I should have asked Rose why she's so shady. She's shady. Then we got to go, I actually don't know if any of this is in order, by the way. I'm just going by what I remember, but it's probably not in the correct order. We got to go into the costume room. The costume room was really cool. We weren't actually allowed to look through the costumes or even like stay in there for very long. We only had like 2 or 3 minutes in there. We went in and I actually saw like a cutting board where like they cut the material, and I saw a drawn like sketch of a character and an outfit, and it had like taped on like blue cuts of material, so I'm assuming it has something to do with Jacinda maybe, because it did kind of look like Jacinda. I didn't get to see any outfits that I like remembered from specific characters. I think most of the ones that we saw were just like background character outfits. But I did see like one rack that had a sign on it that said like Killian Jones / Officer Rogers. I was like, ooh, that's Cullen's rack. I gotta like look at that. But then it was like behind other racks, so I couldn't really get to it. We saw a bunch of like jewelry, and we actually saw the like headpieces that Regina's like Black Knights wear. Really cool. We also saw this one rack. It had like probably like 50 pairs of gloves on it. I was like, who knew the show needed that many pairs of gloves? But I guess they do, because like everybody wears gloves in the Enchanted Forest, don't they? And we also saw a rack with some amazing ball gowns. They looked so pretty. We also got to go into a room where we saw Ronnie's bar, and Ronnie's bar was so cool. It was awesome. We actually got to go behind the bar and take pictures, and then we sat on like the stools and also took pictures. That was really exciting.
Good job. I'm all about the What kind of course she is. Yes, please. Interrogation room.
I want to go in. I like signature. And we got to see like little coasters, and there was also like a menu of everything they sell at Ronnie's. It was so cool.
Yeah, take a good picture.
And then when we walked out through the back, we actually saw 4 different cars that they used on set. 2 were yellow bugs. I mean, they probably have many more yellow bugs actually. I mean, there's the underworld yellow bug that I've seen before, but this was like the first time I got to see like the actual working, hopefully working, yellow bugs up close.
Look at all the yellow bugs, Mom.
Yeah. And evidence room is here. That's Weaver's evidence room.
Nice stand by bug.
You can take photos, but no touching items. There's a lot of little pieces in there, and that set is still
Just look at when they move.
They also had Regina's car, and they had Cruella de Vil's car.
I got a photo with this at Stewston. There she goes, Rain jumping.
All really cool. The only reason why they had these props out was because they're currently archiving a bunch of old props, which means they're going through them all and deciding which ones they're going to sell, which ones they're going to send down to the ABC studios in LA, and like where they're going to send each prop. We also got to go into a room where they had 2 like big like cement block pieces and like circular things, and at first I was like, what are these? And then the host said these 2 pieces were used when Ivy and Victoria were trapped in the like well that Gothel put them in. And then I was like, whoa, that's so cool, because you know, I love Gothel, love Emma, love Adelaide. They're pretty great.
Go ahead. Yes. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. I don't know what it is.
The thing I did was just the well that, no, the big well that Gisela and Victoria got tossed in.
Yeah,
That was the set. That was the abandoned set.
Of course. And then here comes the tragic part, guys. We got to see the tombstones from season 5. The ones with Snow, David, Henry, Regina, and also Robin's tombstone. And I got a photo, which apparently a lot of people like. That was really sad. And we also saw the tombstone that is used for Daniel. And I didn't see, but apparently behind that there was the one that was used for Dorothy. Yes, Dorothy.
They're here because it's all archived.
It's all coming out of the wrong.
Yeah, they only came up because things are going to get pulled to Los Angeles. So like Daniel, when Regina gave Snow the poison apple, they were at that headstone.
That was basically all that we got to see on the set tours. After that we just left and we went back to the hotel. Overall, it was a really cool experience to go to the sets and to see all of the ones they currently have up. Like I said before, it was a little sad that we didn't get to see any of the old sets, but I am really happy that we got to see some of the old props, such as the tombstones, because that was something really cool to see. But yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, because the more likes a video has, more people YouTube suggests it to. Make sure you subscribe to my channel down below so that you can be notified when I upload my second Saturday video where I met Rose Reynolds and Colin O'Donoghue, and for when I post my Sunday video where I got to meet Rebecca Mader and Lana Parrilla. If any of you guys are interested, I actually have a Once Upon a Time collab channel where there's 7 of us and we post weekly/daily Once Upon a Time themed videos. It's called 7 OUAT Addicts and it will be linked in the description as well as on the end card. And that's basically it. So thank you again to Creation Entertainment and the Once Upon a Time Studios for giving us the chance to go on these wonderful set tours. And thank you for all the actors who came to OUAT Van, because if there weren't any actors coming to the convention, it wouldn't have been held. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see all of you in my next video. Peace out. I love you all. Bye!